Hey everybody, Maddie here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you're having a great one out there. And today on Forbes.com, we dare to ask the question and explore the issue of whether or not Google is trying to kill Bitcoin. We'll break that down for you. You may or may not have heard about it out there in the news. And also on Crypto.com, and courtesy of Crypto.com, we have a 25% sale on Bitcoin. This involves, of course, the syndicate. There is just over a day and a half left in this sale. We'll let you know what that is all about. We're covering news about Uptrend after that, which is growing and on which Altcoin Buzz has comfortably staked out a position that we're really enjoying. If you're not familiar with Uptrend, we'll briefly overview our contribution to the platform and let you know what that is all about. But first and foremost, Bitcoin and by extension the crypto markets are doing quite well. This is a tweet that we issued recently, early this morning in fact, and we're not trying to jinx anything, but the momentum seems to be strong right now and the sentiment is very bullish. So without further ado, let's break down the recent winners and losers here on cryptomarketcap.com. We are up $261.8 billion is the size of the total cryptocurrency market cap right now. Bitcoin kind of flat-ish, but up just under 1% on the day. Altcoins seem to be enjoying more of the gains, the lion's share of the new money coming into the space in these last 24 hours. Ethereum up 5.5%. XRP, whose fans were kind of salty yesterday given our exploration, our deep dive into VeChain VET, that's all of a sudden up 6.77%. XRP sitting at 25.4 cents US. Other projects also up, not the least of which is Cardano at 7.56% gains in the last 24 hours. Cardano currently sitting at 5.77 cents US. So what exactly would seem to be provoking this feud between Google and Bitcoin? Well, in its latest move against Bitcoin-related products and services, Google suddenly removed Bitcoin rewards game Bitcoin Blast from the Google Play App Store, claiming it used, quote, deceptive practices. The developers of the game complained last month that Google had suspended their app without giving them a clear reason why. It was actually a major success. It boasted a 4.5-star rating from 20,000 ratings and over 13,000 reviews. The app, which had also been available on the Apple App Store for a year without issue, has now been reinstated, but only after its developers, Bling, made a public plea for help, echoing a similar situation late last year when Google's YouTube banned many of the most popular Bitcoin-related creators on the platform, only to mostly reverse the decision in the wake of the subsequent backlash. You may remember that yours truly was banned for about a week. We couldn't upload any videos, we couldn't post any community posts, and in fact, we have one lingering community strike that still stands, really for no reason. They cited harmful and dangerous content as being the reason for that community strike, which has stuck up until this point. Absolutely ludicrous in my opinion. I've gone over this in the past, not to get into it now, but that is still something that is affecting us over at Altcoin Buzz, unfortunately. And just after that YouTube crackdown, Google suspended the popular MetaMask crypto wallet and mobile browser app backed by Ethereum incubator Consensus from the Play Store, only to eventually reinstate that as well. Amy Wan is the chief executive of Bling, and she had the following to say, quote, Google's suspension cited their deceptive behavior policy, but did not state exactly what behavior Google thought was deceptive. In their last reply, Google stated that they were not able to provide any more information or a better answer to your question, Wan said, adding Google eventually allowed Bling to resubmit the app to the Play Store, even though she isn't sure what Google thought was deceptive about it in the first place. And look, I get it. I know in 2017 there were a lot of swindlers, a lot of charlatans in this market, and purportedly that's what Google claims they're trying to protect us all against. The soaring Bitcoin price in the last couple years meant that the cryptocurrency space, of course, became overrun with scams and, quote, get-rich-quick schemes, many of which falsely promise immediate massive returns on investment. And as you can imagine, Google is keen to protect its users from such practices. But its twitchy trigger finger and the speed at which the ban hammer falls is understandably making people nervous. I think to a certain extent that's maybe where their hearts were at the beginning of things back in 2017, early 2018 certainly. We've evolved beyond that. You can still look up an online casino using the Google search engine, and you can lose your entire life's savings on that in the blink of an eye. So it's very selective censorship in my opinion. And it harkens back to what happened with Facebook, the way I see it. Facebook, of course, tried to get a handle on the market. They tried to ban cryptocurrency cryptocurrency and Bitcoin ads, because behind the scenes they were developing something of their own. They were developing Libra, which increasingly seems to be falling apart and is borderline like a derelict project at this point. But nevertheless, that was their business strategy, to control the flow of information and make sure that their business interests were directed towards their users in the form of news surrounding Libra. So whether or not Google is cooking something up under the hood, I'm not sure. I'm not necessarily saying that is the case, but obviously there is at least, if not a war, there is a feud going on behind the scenes between Google and Bitcoin. And it seems to be a one-way feud, actually. Google doesn't seem to like Bitcoin very much. Nevertheless, that's where things stand right now. Let's talk about this 25% sale on Bitcoin courtesy of Crypto.com and the syndicate. As you can see here, there's just over 1 day and 16 hours left until this particular sale begins, courtesy of the Syndicate Lite, which is a weekly event for CRO stakers offering Bitcoin as the first sale event. And the Crypto.com coin CRO holders will receive priority token allocation for these events. The discounted allocation is going to be for the amount of $200,000 worth of BTC coin. Again, the discount level is 25% and a minimum contribution is required of 100 CRO. Let's explore further here on blog.crypto.com. Crypto.com exchange to offer BTC at 25% off with a $200,000 allocation for CRO stakers. This event is coming up fast on Tuesday, the 4th of February 2020 on the Crypto.com exchange. Again, the total supply is going to be $200,000 worth of Bitcoin, which will be discounted at a rate of 25%. Here's what you need to know as far as syndicate allocation. Each participant's maximum amount of CRO that can be applied towards the listing event will depend on the amount of CRO staked on the Crypto.com exchange as shown here. Here, as you can see, for the various levels of CRO staked from 10,000 all the way to 50 million, you're going to have a corresponding maximum allocation that is given to you, allocated in the form of CRO, but the equivalent of from $1,000 all the way to $200,000. Just note that it's going to be important to visit crypto.com/exchange/syndicate on the listing day to view the final maximum allocation in case things change. Let's now take a look at some of the important dates to remember as far as this timeline goes. On the 4th of February at 6 a.m. UTC, the sale begins. It ends 1 day later on the 5th of February at 6 a.m. 24 hours after that, on the 6th of February at 6 a.m. UTC, the acceptance period starts, where participants can either accept or reject the final Bitcoin allocations. And then 1 day after that, on the 7th of February at 6 a.m., the acceptance period ends. If you'd like to get involved in this sale and get your hands on a 25% discounted Bitcoin or two, check out all of the links in the description. We'll include these articles and references should you choose to get involved. In other news now, let's switch gears and take a look at Uptrend on Twitter. Make sure you're following at Uptrend with two N's. Uptrend 2.0 update. New sleek design for a new era in social media. Saturday surprise, 10,001 up. If you retweet this tweet, tag two friends and follow at Uptrend on Twitter. If you're already on the platform, you're involved with Uptrend, you know what all that means. If you're not following Uptrend, well then you should. Other news here courtesy of Uptrend. Congrats to our top 4 content creators based on views, and they're shouting out to Altcoin Buzz because, as you know, we've been carving out a space on Uptrend and we're very much enjoying our presence on the platform. Here are some new Uptrend designs that you can check out if you so choose. If you're not familiar with the Altcoin Buzz catalog on Uptrend, well, we've posted about 196 times or so, but who's counting? We do have a space, we do have a position, if you will. We've dug our heels into this space and we're very bullish on the future of the platform. As you know, I've been discussing earlier, there are problems with the traditional platforms like YouTube, where if you run into a problem that you know is absolutely bogus, there's no recourse. There's nobody really to speak to unless you're one of the supermassive channels. You don't have a direct contact. And so I think, as are many other content creators, we are diversifying out into other spaces just out of necessity and strategy. Again, if you're not already following Uptrend, I would recommend you do so on Twitter. Here's an interesting fact. Uptrend.com has no ICO or funding. We are fully self-funded. Our first year of beta was amazing, and 2020 continues to move in leaps and bounds. Be a part of a new era in social media. Finally, for today, Binance is answering a few questions with regard to Enjin. The NFT will be minted on Enjin's ERC1155 protocol. Each NFT will be backed by a small amount of ENJ. The previous set of NFTs, that's Series 1, can be seen and traded on Enjin's marketplace. You can learn more about that on Enjin.io. If you don't know what we're talking about, then you may not be involved in the issue, but if you'd like to learn more about it, check this out on CryptoBriefing.com. Binance's Enjin-based digital collectibles make a splash on OpenSea. That about wraps it up for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, of course, to receive notifications. Make sure you're going to be involved in our upcoming giveaway. We just gave away a CryptoTag Zeus starter kit yesterday on the 1st of February, but we do that every Saturday, and we'll be giving away another one on Saturday, the 8th of February. To be eligible for that prize, make sure you're subscribed to Altcoin Buzz. Make sure you like all videos and comment on videos between now and the 8th of Saturday, because we first select a video at random and then a comment and thus a subscriber at random. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Sunday. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.